So you're thinking about moving to Charlottesville, but quite honestly, the whole city living thing is not your vibe, or you're trying to escape it. I totally get you. And today you don't want to miss. Today I'm actually going to take us to the 5 best rural living areas around the Charlottesville area. So if you don't want to be in a beehive of activity or asphalt or shopping, that's okay. I'm going to bring you where you can have mountain views, small community, true rural feel. But don't go anywhere because you're going to want to see them all. Come on, let's go. So first up, we have Free Union. It's about 15 miles northwest of Charlottesville. Free Union seems like one of those areas where time has just slowed down. It's part of the charm. Imagine waking up to these magnificent views of the Blue Ridge every day. Free Union offers exactly that. This area is known for its sprawling farms and absolute rural charm. Free Union is also home to a really sought after private school, and that is Free Union Country School, preschool to 5th grade. So it's located out in the heart of Free Union. And just here, I'm going to flip around so you can actually see the campus. But hello, talk about just immersing yourself into the countryside. Isn't this gorgeous? This area is known for its sprawling farms, vineyards, and large properties. Perfect for anyone wanting privacy and space to stretch out. Free Union is still close enough to Charlottesville, making it a super easy commute from a couple different areas. So again, even if something should be blocked, you should be fine. Whether you need to get into Charlottesville for, say, a commute to work, shopping, dining, it really is not that bad. It's just right outside of town. Free Union is actually a favorite for those who really do want a rural feel without feeling too isolated. So Free Union is home to some of the area's most beautiful farms and estates, many of which have been here and in the same family for generations. So if you're thinking that Free Union might be right for you, maybe you're thinking a nice little historical home might be a good fit, or maybe you're wanting something like in a historic property, or maybe you want a hobby farm. This is far from a hobby farm, but I wanted to share. Look at the beautiful view. They have a stunning horse ring back there. And here's the best part. Look at all the mamas and their babies. Look how cute. So one of the things we had talked about before is what's available and what does it look like for cost and everything. Well, Free Union is really still, it does have a few communities. It still has some neighborhoods, I should put it that way. But really, it is known for its very large estates and very large farms. But the one I did pull up for y'all, currently listed in Free Union, is actually right on Free Union Road, and it's listed at $525,000. So there are options. They do come up, and this is why you have to reach out to me, because if you don't hang out with me, you're never going to know about places like Free Union. All right, let's keep looking. Okay, so next on our list, Afton, and this one is a showstopper. Just to the west of Charlottesville, and it is for nature lovers. If you've ever dreamed of living near the Blue Ridge Parkway and its stunning views, endless hiking trails, and peaceful surroundings, Afton is where you're going to want to plant your next home. Come on, let's go check it out. So, making a little pit stop right here, I am at Afton Vineyards. Afton, the area, is home to some of the most beautiful, stunning, and very good tasting vineyards that there are in the area. So you definitely want to slow down and check it out. Imagine living where you can just pop in here and have a glass of wine and look at the mountain views. I mean, let's be serious, that is absolutely stunning. And let's not forget about the proximity to outdoor activities. If you are into hiking, biking, or even rock climbing, Afton has it all. So as I pull away and we get ready to visit our next area, wanted to talk a little bit about Afton and the homes you would actually find here. So homes here tend to have much larger plots. Like you're not really going to find a lot of subdivisions that are a tenth or a quarter of an acre. Most of the time, I think the smallest I've ever shown in Afton is probably just shy of an acre. As you can see, because of the hilly terrain, often that acreage is just not very usable because, again, we are on Afton Mountain. So there's a lot of rock, a lot of shale. So that will also make a lot of the land unusable. But it's really perfect for those who want to spread out. Okay? Next, while Afton may feel very remote, so to share some of the housing for Afton specific. 2 houses were tagged as located in Afton. Afton, again, may or may not fall into one of the other counties, so you may be in Afton or very close to Afton and not have an Afton address. But 2 that I found, which were very interesting because they were very much opposite ends of the spectrum. One was an older home, 3-bedroom, 1 bath, and it was listed for the whopping price of $170,000. Don't get too excited. You also have to sign a waiver of liability before you're even allowed to view the property. So that tells you the shape it is in. But the other one, holy crumb, it is right off of Batesville Road. It is an estate farm. 123 acres. It is a 1920 3-bedroom, 1 bath. The full estate, including all that acreage, is $1.75 million. So there you go. Whether you're looking at $170,000 or $1.75 million, you can still have the bonus of living in one of the most stunning and beautiful places in Virginia. What more could you want? All right, let's see what's next. And while Afton may feel very rural, it's actually only about 30 minutes outside of Charlottesville. If you think about a very often heard location, Crozet, Afton is just going to be right next to Crozet. So Crozet is 20 to 25 minutes from Charlottesville. That's going to put Afton about 30 minutes away, but again, it's going to give you that easy access to the city when and where you need it. The other thing is you would also have close proximity to both I-64 and 250, Interstate 250. It also puts you at the corner with Route 151, which is a huge drinking corridor. It goes from Devil's Backbone to Bold Rock Cidery there's a couple of distilleries, a couple of wineries. So 151 is some place that you see a lot of alcoholic beverage indulgence. So here's something I'm going to add on. All of these rural areas, you have to remember that most are going to have minimal access for major roads. So if you are not a big one for windy 2-lane roads that are double lined or potentially no lines, living in one of these rural areas may not be right for you. And that is a-okay. Again, we have a large selection, whether you want a condo in Charlottesville or whether you want 123 acres in Afton. Your girl Pam has you covered. All right, so next up, we are in beautiful Keene, Virginia. Now, you have never heard of Keene because it is truly a drive past sign that nobody probably notices, but it's located about 20 minutes south of Charlottesville. So like you're going to or towards Scottsville in Albemarle County. This is truly countryside living. I would stop and show you the town of Keene, but there's a post office, but other than that, it is truly countryside living. It's known for its expansive farms. Not only that, open fields, and yes, plenty of horses. So if you are a horse equestrian person, this may be a perfect area for you in Keene, Virginia. It's a fantastic area if you're looking for large properties and a quiet, laid-back lifestyle. So Keene is a small community. Its rich history, though, and close proximity to landmarks like Thomas Jefferson's Monticello really make it a special place. If you're into history and nature or both, then Keene offers an interesting blend of both. Plus, you're not that far from the James River, so really you'd be able to enjoy the water, whether it's kayaking, canoeing, or like me, you just enjoy a good tubing expedition every now and again. One of the best things about Keene is the opportunity for sustainable living. Whether you want to start a garden or raise animals or just have more land to enjoy, Keene is going to be a great spot for it. And yet, even in all this quiet, you are only a short drive away from all the amenities of Charlottesville and everything it has to offer. So this works out really well because next on our list is lovely Esmont. So Esmont is actually located just a hair farther south than Keene was. And you could see what a rural area Keene was. Not a lot to show you because a lot of the properties are very large and there's no shopping areas, there's nothing like that to show you. So this is going to be Esmont. Esmont is going to be very much similar to that. It's another hidden gem for those craving that rural tranquility. Esmont's beautiful estates and farmland provide a perfect escape from the busyness of life, family, and work. This is an area where you can find properties with lots of acreage, and the best part, it's very affordable when you look at it in comparison to a lot of the other areas. So some of the more developed areas, especially areas closer to town with Charlottesville and Albemarle, Esmont really can give you a huge amount of bang for your buck. It's also very rich in history, with many properties dating back hundreds of years. If you're a fan of historical architecture and want a home with character, Esmont might very well be the best place for you. Now, I will share some of the properties that I actually looked up that are for sale currently here, and I wanted to tell you about them. Instantly, 3 came up, and the funny part is they again are quite varied. So one was a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, and listed at $575,000. So again, a lot of bang for your buck. Another one built in 2007, listed at $700,000, and believe this, 6 bedrooms. Finally, you're not going to believe the big one I found. I found a farm that is currently on market. Now, you need a little pocket change because it's going to cost you about $20 million. But if you're not really liking people or want to be around a lot of people, this farm includes 1,889 acres. So there you go. You don't have to see anybody. You could put each child, each family member on their own acre with an acre between, and you wouldn't have to see anybody ever. So see, problem solvers, that's what we're doing. But the really cool part about it, I was just mentioning how some of these are hundreds of years old. This farm in particular, listed at $20 million, is actually established in 1790. Wow, that's amazing. Now, while Esmont may feel quite remote, you still have access to small local markets and shops for some of your essentials. But most of it is going to require you to come back into the Charlottesville area. It's peaceful, self-sufficient community with a lot of charm. And for those who work from home, Esmont offers that perfect setting for a relaxed rural lifestyle. All right, we are wrapping up. Number 5, just around the corner. Here we go. I will point this out while I'm driving through Keene and Esmont, and that is, this is going to be one of the lands of the Hollas. So when I've talked about that before, remember, we do have Hollas, and they can be private, they can be public, they can lead to some places you probably shouldn't go, or they could lead to someplace lovely, such as a vineyard. But I'm telling you, driving through this area, this is the land of the hollers. Finally, we have Gordonsville, located about 25 miles northeast of Charlottesville. This little area we have visited before, and you can go check out my other video. And if you're looking for a small town charm with easy access to the countryside, Gordonsville is a fantastic option. The town itself is full of history, charming streets, local shops, and historical landmarks. Come on, we're going to check out a few of them. But before I go there, let me talk just a second about where Gordonsville is located. Now, like I said, it's about 25 miles northeast of Charlottesville, but it also covers and is also within 2 different counties. One is going to be Louisa. We've talked a lot about Louisa, and you can go check videos out on that. And the other one is actually going to be Orange County. So the town and area of Gordonsville actually sort of rest in both. So really, it just depends which area you want to be closer to located, or maybe where your job is, or where you see yourself doing whatever it is that you're going to do. So come on, let's go check out Gordonsville and remind you why it's falling on our list. Come on, let's go. So let's talk a minute about housing in and around the Gordonsville area, if this is someplace that actually intrigued you. Well, I pulled up to see exactly what was available, and there's definitely over a handful. Right now, I wrote down like 4 different ones, but let me tell you the variety here. So we have everything from brand new construction over in Spring Creek. We have to-be-built construction located in another part of Gordonsville, Louisa area. And then we have things such as a brand new construction on 2.35 acres, 4 bedrooms, 2 baths. Guess what? Listed at $485,000. I hate to tell you, you're definitely not going to find that in Charlottesville. What else? Here's one that is built in 1927. It is a 3-bedroom, one bath, and you will definitely not believe this, $290,000. Now, I did also peek at the pictures for this one, and it does need some love. But again, you have a 1927 Charmer, so you have the full gamut. You have, if you want to be in a neighborhood such as this, or if you want to be in a standalone out in the middle of 2, 3, 4, 5 acres of your own property, all of those are possibilities, but you got to call me first. All right, let's keep going. So one of the cool things, again, living in more rural areas, is you're not going to have the Lowe's and the Walmart, but look at this. This is Wild Rose Farm, and look how stunning this is. With Gordonsville, you can actually decide if you want to live within the town of Gordonsville, and if that was the case, you could be looking at one of the historic properties that would put you right in the heart of Gordonsville. And look, isn't this cute? This is actually the library. Or if living on Main Street is not your thing, then the entire surrounding rural area gives you a plethora of options. You could choose to live in a neighborhood such as Spring Creek. You could choose to live in a undesignated neighborhood, maybe on a half an acre. Or honestly, there are farm options. If you want to live, again, no judgment on Pam's part. If you don't like people, and I get that some days, but if you don't like people and you want to be out and about in your own area and just living and doing your best thing, surrounding Gordonsville is going to give you that as well. So keep it on your mind. All right, we're going to keep walking along. Enjoy downtown Gordonsville. So one of the really cool things that I love about Gordonsville is you're going to have that sense of community, that small town feel and vibe. They always seem to have something going on, something to do, and I'm going to actually turn you around. So right now I'm standing and walking Main Street just for y'all, but I have to show you this. So again, you can live right on Main Street in one of these fabulous homes, but check this out. Hello, Gordonsville Famous Fried Chicken Festival. If you don't know, Gordonsville is known because the railroad line ran right through. Actually, we're standing next to the railroad line. I'm going to turn you around for that as well, so you can see it right there. The train overpass, the women, it would be a stop here, so the women would actually come out when the train was coming through town, and they would bring fried chicken to sell for the hungry passengers, because they didn't have no dining car back then, right? I mean, now we got Amtrak dining car, but not back then. So if you are interested in small town and fried chicken, you might need to bump Gordonsville to the top of your list. And make sure you're here in time for the famous Fried Chicken Festival. It's coming up and you do not want to miss it. The things, the places I do for y'all. See, this is why you need to call me, because again, growing up here, it's just part of my backyard. Another real nice advantage about Gordonsville is actually, due to the location, it's a really nice and easy commute. Depending where you work, whether you work on the east side or whether you work more to the north of Charlottesville, or if you're working in Charlottesville, there are multiple ways for you to get around, and it is a super simple commute. The drive is pretty straightforward, and even if there's an issue with one route, traditionally you have a couple of other options. So overall, Gordonsville offers the best of both worlds. You've got amazing rural vibe charm, and then you also have amazing rural, in the middle of nowhere, cow patty field kind of living. Really, it's just sort of up to you and what you want your day in and day out life to look like. Should Gordonsville be on your list? I don't know. That's up for you to decide. Okay, there you have it. 5 amazing rural living areas near Charlottesville. They offer peace, privacy, and a connection to nature while still keeping you close to the city. Whether it is mountain views of Afton, the historic charm of Gordonsville, or the wide open spaces of Free Union, there is something here for everyone. If you are interested in learning more about the area, or I can help you at all, reach out to me and let me know. You have my text, email, and phone. I would love to chat with you about living in Charlottesville. Make sure you check out some of my other videos. We talk about several areas that these are near, such as Scottsville, and I would love for you to be in the know. If you have a suggestion or you have something you would like to know more about, drop a comment below. I would love to hear it. And I would also love your thumbs up for the simple fact, as I'm running around town today, or rather running around counties today, I'm getting a lot of looks and a lot of people asking me what I'm doing. So I would love to know that I was not by myself. Anyways, have a great one, and I'll talk to you soon.